My name is Joe Davis. I'm the sales director here with Digispec, Viston, and Counterpoint. And I'm excited to talk to you about why countermats have sold so well in 2020 and why they're continuing to sell really well. And then, who's buying them so that you know exactly which markets to target, and see, who's the best and who of your existing clients are already primed and ready for countermats. So let's first take a look at these three great companies that I've been privileged to work for a long time, since 2006. So everything that we do is manufactured here in the United States, and we use materials that are also made in the USA. So that goes for Counterpoint, as well as Digispec mouse pads and the Viston cups. No need to settle for decorated in or assembled in when you can get made in the USA. So all of the great benefits that you can get with Digispec and Viston and that you've come to expect, you also get with Counterpoint. So we offer to everybody on this call, you're going to be getting next column pricing on all of your countermats, as well as mouse pads and cups. And all of our reorder setups are free, as long as there's no changes to the artwork, there's no additional charge. And we also offer self-promotion at 50% off of next column pricing. I know this is about countermats, but mouse pads are a fantastic self-promo item, always out on the desk in front of people. Great thing to think about when you're looking at getting your name out in front of your customers. And at marketing materials, of course, all the standard stuff. We have catalogs, sales kits. We have a lot of samples that we love to get in people's hands. Makes it easier to be able to tell the difference between our products and others that you might be looking at. And then case studies. We have a lot of great case studies. We've sold all of these products to every different industry. We can give you examples in terms of how people have been successful with those and how you can be successful as well. E-flyers, random samples, and like I had said before, all of the customer service benefits that you've gotten from Digispec and Viston also get with Counterpoint. Low minimums, and we stand behind our product. If there's ever any issue with it, we're obviously going to take care of it. If we're running behind a little bit, we'll upgrade the shipping to get it to you so you don't miss your customer's event. So, Counterpoint. Counterpoint is the industry's leading countermat manufacturer. We give the ability to deliver targeted marketing that's going to generate impulse sales, just create general brand awareness, and all sorts of other things. Countermats have definitely been proven as a cost-effective way to create brand awareness, increase sales. We have a whole variety of materials, shapes, sizes, thicknesses that are going to allow you to deliver your targeted marketing with style and still stay within budget. So why are countermats selling so well? Well, this last year was kind of odd for everybody across the board, but there was a huge increase in retail traffic in certain industries. Obviously, others suffered, but that right there has been very big. And some of the big places where countermats thrive is for home improvement. You have the big industry titans, Lowe's, Home Depot, but there are a myriad of others that provide hardware, provide everything that you need to be able to do those projects. And so countermats, promoting any of the items and services sold in those locations has done really well. Additionally, masks improved to the point of purchase advertising effectiveness, just because especially at the beginning, people weren't talking in public nearly as much. And so, you're at the counter, you're having your spacing and you're looking around. And so you're seeing a lot more advertising. You saw that extensively with floor graphics, but it also was the same way with countermats as well. Also had a huge uptick in pet ownership this last year. And so veterinarian's office, pet stores, everywhere where people are getting their pet needs has been a big success with countermats as well. Then of course, alcohol, there was a lot of us, added a little bit to our drinking so that we could get through the craziness of the year. But in all seriousness, alcohol did extremely well this last year, and so that's been another great one for it. So who buys counter mats? These are the 5 best industries from this year with counter mats. So with hardware, you have everything from a lawnmower to specialty screws and nails to paint to tubing to all different things for all different kinds of industry. Hardware is huge. Automotive. So every component, every piece of the vehicle that's either being sold in retail, it's being shown in the showroom, parts dealers, junkyards, all sorts of people that are related to the automotive industry are using counter mats. Food and beverage. So whether it's people generating impulse buys because you're at the counter and you see a discount for 99 cents for XYZ product, or just reminding people, hey, what about this item? And they go and grab it off the shelf, come back and finish the purchase. The medical industry, of course, is huge for it as well. And medical has been really big this year. People will extensively use a calendar at the counter. So, you're visiting with your general practitioner and you want to know, when do I come back? When do I go and see this XYZ specialist? Or, okay, I need to go and meet with these guys to do some physical therapy, that kind of thing. Well, you have that information right there, contact information, the services that are available from them, and you have the calendar to determine when you come back. And that's also how it's been used for pets a lot. In veterinarian office or in pet hospitals, people will oftentimes put a calendar right there for the same reason. Okay, when am I going to come back and schedule my next appointment for my dog because I need another treatment here, or I have to get a procedure done, whatever it is. And so you're, being informed about products that will help your pet. So if you work with anybody in any of those industries, chances are fantastic that your customers already purchasing and already using counter mats. They should be buying them from you, and of course you should be buying them from us. So here are the main different types and categories of counter mats. So traditional hard surface, it's that matte finish that you have on there. So it has a great durability, and the image really pops. And it comes with a variety of backings, just depending on how long you need the promotion to last. Additionally, we have our frame it window, which is great for people who want to change out their rate information. They need to change their promotion. They need to highlight and add different services, different things as time goes on. Ultra thin, so if you want something that's really low profile, low cost, we have one that has an adhesive backing as well as one that has just a standard grip to it. And then of course, original fabric. Fabric is great for any items that are going to be handled or going to be put out that are, sensitive. Either the glass case that they are in, you don't want to set a gun or a heavy item on top of that glass directly. So, you lay out this mat, or if looking at eyeglasses, jewelry, things like that, a soft surface to put them on. And over here to the right, you have the most popular counter mats that we offer. One for each of those 4 main categories and the associated size and thickness. So here is the whole variety of everything that we do with all the different surfaces. So on all of the hard surface counter mats, Vinex is that matte finish. It's our most popular surface because it's extremely durable. It doesn't succumb to dents and high traffic nearly as much as other options. So the Crystex is that beautiful clear gloss finish. The image just really leaps out at you and it just looks beautiful and fantastic. And then original fabric is our fabric surface, and everything that we do and has been for years years and years, is antimicrobial. So it's great to inhibit the bacterial growth. So our first base material is our Super Duty. Now it's exclusive to Counterpoint. What we have is this supported adhesion coating, where essentially it's a layer of film that's fused to the open cell rubber and then the Vinex surface. It's going to make it so that your promotion is going to last for a long time, and you're going to be able to look better longer with the Super Duty. A heavy duty is akin to what else you can find out there in the world. It has that natural open cell rubber backing. It has that nice heft to it and thickness. It's just a good economical alternative to the standard Super Duty. Retreads, anybody that's in the automotive industry, anybody that wants to go green, it's a great option because tires that would otherwise end up in landfills are being put in the back of the countermat. Now, the next three options are all latex free. So if you're working with hospitals, healthcare, anybody who latex free is a concern for, Duratec is a synthetic rubber, and it's also extremely lightweight. So if shipping cost is a concern, it's a great option. It comes in the standard 1/8 and 16th inch thick. And then Barely There and Peel and Place are ultra thin options. Barely There does not have an adhesive back, it just has a little bit of grip to it. And then Peel and Place, it's a low tack repositionable adhesive. So if you did want to move it, that's available. The biggest thing, of course, is that when you're done with the promotion and it's time to peel it up, you don't have that extremely sticky residue. We make sure that you don't have a project on the back end too. And you can see from right there, we have our durability gauge. So you can see what options are best in terms of durability, better, and good. So depending on your customer's budget, like I mentioned at the beginning, we have something that's going to be perfect for each one of them. That accompanied with thickness and size, and we have a solution for all of them. So why does your customer want to promote using countermats? Well, we have minimums as few as 25. So really there's not a barrier to entry. I mean, if they have a couple stores with multiple counters, countermats are a great option. What we see the most use of for people who are buying them for their own retail locations is they'll get the window mats, so that then they can change out the specials that they're working on. You know, maybe they have a slow mover that they want to put on special to be able to eliminate that inventory. And like I said before, we have over 350 different product codes, essentially different combinations of thickness, surface, backing, and size. We have something that's going to work for every single budget. From a smallest 9x11 Peel and Place up to a 19.5 by 28 Super Duty. Also, once people have done these, they just keep reordering them because they see the value, they start knowing and seeing sales volume increase as a result of it. And for you, an average purchase order is over $3,600. So once you get it and it just becomes a nice regular reorder, it's great business to have. And with the Super Duty, this exclusive product that no one else offers, it's going to keep your customers coming back to you. And then, of course, just the visual here. You see this, everything that's going on here. Look at all these people, and I don't have much business going on over there. So now let's talk about just a number of different case studies. These that we've looked at, just give you just a few different examples of how these are used and how people find benefit from them and how customers are using them. So this is a good example. The Colorado DMV, they wanted to encourage online renewals. They wanted to reduce the line wait time, just line volumes in general. And so when people were there getting their tags at the DMV, they were shown, okay, here's all the stuff that you can do online. Go online and renew. You don't have to come in here to wait and sacrifice 3 hours of your life and all those joyous experiences that we've all had waiting in line at the DMV. So for them, obviously, it was able to reduce their cost and provide additional benefit. in terms of being able to utilize those resources that they had, reduce cost, and direct staff to other activities. So this one's really interesting because this is just a great example of effective branding. Obviously, there's not, this might create some impulse buy, but really what it is doing is just reminding you of who they are and why they're the leader. I mean, I think this is just a really good ad here. We didn't invent tequila, we just perfected it. Simply perfect. So Patron wants you to remember that, you know, when you're there at the liquor store, when you're there wherever you're at, whatever location purchasing alcohol, that you remember this is the good stuff. Maybe you want to spend a little bit more and opt for their product. So good use of a countermat there. Diablo, for them, they want to show you why their product is fantastic, tout all the great benefits for it, you know, explain to people how much longer life that you're going to get with it. You have an additional inch. It's an inch oversized blade body. You have black ice coating, high density carbide, and if all those benefits and the things that you see right in front of you aren't enough, there's a website at the bottom for you to go to learn even more. And one thing that one example I didn't actually put in this presentation was a lot of QR code usage. And as I was looking through some images yesterday, I was reminded how much QR codes have been used for countermats over the last little bit. You know, with people wanting to not touch and look, and I'm sure that you guys have seen and probably done a lot of business and orders for restaurants with putting QR codes on advertising and materials so that they can find additional information. And so we've seen a lot of that as well. Oops. So this one's great. So when you're going to the vet, going to take care of Fido, and you know, you're there looking at when you schedule your return visit, when you're going to go and visit with others. I mean, you have this great message right here, family inside the boundary. You know, Invisible Fence is just wanting to tell you from that emotional level why their product is helpful to you, because you love your family, you love your pets, and you want to keep them safe. And here's a solution that's going to keep your pet safe. And the medical offices, same thing, right? So if you're at your general practitioner and you're going to need to go and see a spine specialist, well, here's all the different locations. Here's the different contact information. Here's how you're going to get a hold of those people. When do you need to come back here, or when can you go over there? There's the telephone number. We recommend that you go and start working with somebody, and here's who we refer to for that type of service. Now this one's beautiful just because it's so vibrant in its color usage, and they have a great display here that's inviting you to quench that savory or that sweet tooth that you've got. And so you can see all of those beautiful items generating that impulse buys when you're at the cash register. And then of course you turn to your left and you see a whole bunch of small little chip bags to pull one from, or one of those little snacks on the other side. So great use of countermats for the food and beverage industry. So thank everybody very much for coming and taking the time out of your day to be able to listen and learn a little bit about countermats, why they're successful, and how you can be successful with them as well. Because countermats, once you've started selling them, you just keep offering them, and business just continues to increase across the board. So thank you again, and anybody who needs samples, who has questions, who would like them sent out, there's our phone number, there's email addresses, and let's go ahead and check and see, you know, if we have some questions here to answer, and then we can let you be on your way Okay, I have a couple questions. Okay, can we have this slide deck available for future review? Will it be made available? Yeah, absolutely. I'll make that available here. Everybody that's on this, we'll send a link to be able to come and pull that down off of the website. And then there's another question about minimums. 25. What about for smaller offices? In fact, you can do as few as 2 counter mats. So 25 is the standard minimum, but we can do as few as 2 and everything in between there. So it's available for all those. And another question: where are case studies located on our website? Well, if you go to the Counterpoint website, doyoupop.com, and over on the right-hand side we have Idea Center. Click on that, and then that is going to have all of the case studies. And another question: lead time. Lead time, you're looking at 7 working days after PDF proof approval, and you're going to get a PDF proof with every order that you do. So there's some additional questions as well, but I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. We'll respond to those individually. And if anybody has any additional questions, please send an email, give us a call. We'd be glad to help. And like I said, we have a whole bunch of additional case studies if you have specific customers you're thinking of as well. So thank everybody so much for joining, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. And you have some great success selling counter mats. Thanks, everyone.